What I'm
In other
saying,
words, what you're saying is for next year, until we have an election, hopefully change, people in Washington, we're going to go do the same thing. So this, in other words, you people might as well all go home and just sit there for a year and a half because you're not going to be doing it.
actually, that's not true. We are going to be doing stuff on the House side, but with this form of government, the Senate has to pass it and the President has to sign it before it becomes law. So the what I think what I because of I'm a Republican, and I think we would have gotten some of these cuts passed if we would have had a different president. Uh, we have, if we want those changes to be done, we have to win in the court of public opinion so that next year we get a new president. And you're exactly right. It's going to be a mess, and nobody on our side is happy about it. And we're going to continue to pass things like the Ryan budget and other ideas. And if the Senate chooses not to pass it, or the president decides not to go with it, then that's where the court of public opinion comes in. And honestly, I think the 2012 election is going to be, is going to be just a fork in the road. Are we going to go to the way, with continued government spending, which will ultimately is going to have to lead to higher taxes on everyone, not just a certain group of people, or are we're going to scale that back and get back to the federal government living within its means and keeping the dollars in the people's pockets, not the government's pocket, and that's the direction that I want to go. And it's a very, very frustrating situation for people like me on our side because we can't force them. We can't force them to make it go into law. So, yeah, is your government going to be at a stalemate over the next year? It's going to a certain extent, it probably will be. But the other option is, from our standpoint, we could get things done if we, but we'd have to go with what the Senate and the White House wants to do to get things passed through, and we're just not going to do that because my vision is that's not the right direction to take. So, in that sense, I think the ball's in their court. I think the American people know that we need to cut our federal spending. American people know we need to look at where we're stymieing business growth and with either tax rates or things that are taxes that aren't competitive with the rest of the world from a business perspective, which they're not. And let them. We keep doing things that we think are right, and find out which direction the American people want to take in 2012. That's the way I see it. But on our side, I can tell you, Speaker Boehner, it's lonely at the top, you know what I'm saying? But it really is. But Speaker Boehner has one of the most conservative voting records in the U.S. House. If you look at his 20-year record, in fact, statistically, he has a more conservative voting record than Ms. Bucshon does. So, from conservative perspective, and Mr. Cantor's the same thing. So, I think that we're going to continue to try to do what we think is right, and that is pass things that will get our finances back in order. And there's a lot of people that are Democrats in Congress that feel the way you do and the way I do. There is. The problem is the leadership. Their leadership doesn't feel that way. There's a lot of in the House and the Senate Democrats who feel exactly like you do, but their leadership doesn't feel that way, and it's a problem. No, it's not going to change. It's very frustrating. So anyway, that was the logic on the CR vote. Like I said, I wasn't happy about it. Not everybody's happy about it, but sometimes, when leadership. Sometimes when you're in leadership position, you have to make a decision that ultimately you think is going to move things forward, and that's the decision I made. Yes, ma'am.
Are they going to raise Medicare premiums?
Not that I can see, no. Not in the foreseeable future.
Another question. Why is it that a veteran can't go to a veterans hospital? Let's see if he's bound by his
Okay.
He could not go there. Why couldn't he not go there?
I have no idea why he couldn't. I'll be honest with you, unless I saw the specifics of why
Serving a
that.
Korean War.
Yeah,
She had brain surgery twice in 1999 and ended up on Medicaid because
Yeah.
the women in hospital screwed up.
yeah.